what are your hopes and dreams for Canadian soccer? Because that's been a hot topic.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be a hot topic, which is really sad. Do you know what I mean? Like, this conversation we've been having since 2012. We have been having it for over a decade now. We have the players, we have the infrastructure. You have players like Diana Matheson, players like Steph Labe since retiring, Dee since retiring, that are putting together a program to field the domestic league. And I've had conversations with certain organizations within Canada that have kind of just been like, we'll get there when we get there. These players literally got you Olympic medals and you're brushing them off like they're transactional, a business transaction, which to me, I'm like, why wouldn't you keep these world-class players, world-class coaches, world-class business minds in your own backyard and be like, right, let's get together, let's get into a room, let's create a domestic league. You have Rhian Wilkinson, pushed out of Canada Soccer, one of the best coaches, sitting second in the league in the NWSL. Carmelina Moscato, with the biggest club in Mexico, with Tigres, head coach there. I mean, Melissa Tancredi, top chiropractor in Canada, 2 practices now in Vancouver. Like, you have all these incredible people still within Canada, still trying to grow the game, but it just feels like it's like bashing your head. It honestly feels like when I'm trying to bath my 4-year-old at bedtime. It's like, it's just like, I'm like, if we could just work together to create something magical, and everyone's like, just join the NWSL. That's not the answer. NWSL franchise are going for about 25 million a franchise. Keep that money in our own backyard. Let's create our own domestic league. Let's fund our own players. Let's give them a pathway. So it's just not, we're not just winning Olympic Games. We're winning World Cups where the best teams in the world are. Because let's call a spade a spade. The best teams in the world aren't at the Olympic Games. They're at the World Cup. That's the biggest tournament. It's a longer tournament. It's spread out. It's more difficult. You have to have a deeper bench in order to be successful. And that's why the US and Germany have been so successful at it, because they've had grassroots developments, God, since I was born. So yeah, it's sad. I mean, even I was in Spain at the Barcelona game for Champions League, 92,000 people.
I know.
An incredible domestic. I went to their domestic league game while I was there, and I was like, why don't we have this? How do we have 2 professional male leagues and no women's league is beyond me.